I always look at this home and I'm like, man, wouldn't it be nice to live up there? Just nobody around you. You wake up, the only thing you see is coyotes. Oak Glen is it's a nice climb. It's a local climb for me. It's one of those climbs a lot of people here in Redlands on the west side will go up, and anybody on the south side, you know, Beaumont, Banning, definitely two ways to get to the bottom of this climb. I took a different way today to avoid Oak Glen Road, which is a nice climb. It's been paved, it's smooth, but everybody's going to work. They're all in a hurry to get to work, and there's not much of a shoulder. So I took a different route this time. Oak Glen is really nice. There's no cars. You might see one or two cars, and they're all people that live up there or work at a restaurant out there. But for the most part, it's this quiet. You really don't have to worry about cars constantly zooming by next to you. You get a decent enough shoulder where you can just focus on the climb. And ever so often in the fall, you know, there's apple picking up here, and the deer love to roam around and pick at the apples. So ever so often you'll see a deer. There's a bear crossing sign up here. Never seen a bear, and I don't care to see one, or a mountain lion for that matter. So Oak Glen is a small agricultural community located in the foothills of the San Bernardino Mountains. It sits at 4,000 to 5,000 feet above sea level, so that little community will get all four seasons. And that's nice because during the winter, when it actually rains here, you're more likely to get snow. The climb from the west side to the east side that I'm doing today is 5 miles from the bottom to the top, with an average grade of 6.8%. But I'll touch on that in a little bit because, yeah, there's nothing on this climb that feels average. El Dorado Ranch Park. Now, if you need to take a break from the climb, you could always stop here. They have restrooms. Usually they're open. They have some areas where you can sit down, relax under the shade before you climb back up. Now, some of you might remember that fire that happened in 2020. It was the El Dorado fire. And there was a couple who had a gender reveal at a park. Something happened with their firework, and all they had was water bottles with them. And I remember that day because they had already projected that Saturday to be the hottest in the summer, and it was. Back in Riverside, it was about 105. Out here, it was probably like about 108, maybe 109. Everything was dry, and this family decided to come out and do that. And this is that park. The restrooms out there, but you know, it's not where you want to do any kind of fireworks. Now, this is all grown back for the most part, but in the summer, this just gets dry. All this burnt, went all the way up to the top. Some of the properties burnt on the south side. They had like millions of dollars of like damages. I think one firefighter died from that up in Forest Falls, which is a little further north. And yeah, that's one way to start a family, man. You know, just cut a cake or something. Yeah, I remember hearing that there was cameras out here that caught the whole thing. They never released the footage. I always wanted to see what that looked like, but I now know what camera that was. How's that camera right there? The nice thing about Oak Glen is it's very scenic, especially in the fall. You get a lot of these leaves that, man, they're turning orange, red. And it gets busy up here. During the weekends, everybody's apple picking. It's really nice. Have a few restaurants, ice cream shop. It's a donut place I'll have to revisit next time because it's a little off the path. You get a decent size shoulder to ride on. Cars have more than enough space to, give you a 3-foot distance. So overall, it's a nice climb. But I'll tell you, my one gripe about it is how many times the grade changes. I like going up climbs that they're steady, If it says it's an average of 6%, I know I'll see like maybe a 7% here and there, section of 8, 9%. But Oak Glen has a constant change. You're going from like 5% one section and 7% another section. Then shoots to like 9, almost 10. Then it gets back down to 6. Then it holds steady for 7% to 8. And it just, if you're looking for a steady climb, you can easily pace yourself. This is not one of them. It's not like GMR, Glendora Mountain Road. That's a good 6, 7%. It's like maybe 2 sections that are like 8, maybe 9, and they're just short. It's on a turn or something. But this one, it just never gets easy. You try to hold the pace, and next thing you know, boom, freaking 12%. God. One thing they have a lot of here during fall or winter is mudslides. With the fire that broke out, it burns the grass and all those roots die and there's nothing holding the dirt. So all that dirt gets washed pretty easily as soon as the rain hits. Just early this year, it rained a lot and a bunch of dirt came from mud basically all the way down and just filled up this whole place, just overflowing. It's kind of what you see right over there. See some dirt there, but it was all over the news because there was a truck parked right where that SUV's at and it was getting washed away. So I remember that morning I was going to ride up here. I chose not to for other reasons, but something you have to look out for in the winter. You don't want to get caught in a mudslide. On the weekend, this whole place will be happening. They got a whole farmer's market that gets set up right here. Mexican restaurant. I'm sorry, I don't recommend it, by the way. Oak Tree Mountain. They got a breakfast restaurant over here. They got Apple Annie's. They sell apple pies and top them babies off with ice cream. They have an ice cream shop. They have an animal park, and it says trout fishing, but I've never been up that far to tell you about it. This is the end of that. I'm telling you, it's scenic. You hear a lot of nature. It's one of the few rides you don't need headphones on, earphones. Just listen to nature and yourself barely breathing. There's another path down this way, snow line. That's where you can grab apple cider donuts, and I'll do that route another day. But for now, I get to enjoy the rest of the ride back home. This descent, it can get you up to like 52 miles per hour easily. And it's mostly paved. You don't really have to watch out for potholes that much. And it just climbs up a little bit. And you can descend back to Banning or Beaumont or go west towards Yucaipa. Both ways have you go on a nice descent. Nice cool down. So we're gonna go on this descent now, and this is my favorite part. And that's Oak Glen.